These are the top 10 books to read if you ever feel lost. Not the small kind of lost. Not the kind that disappears after a good night's sleep. I mean the deeper kind. The kind where your life looks normal from the outside, but inside, something has gone quiet. The kind where you no longer know what matters, what to trust, or even who you are becoming. These 10 books are not just worth reading. They are books that can steady a soul, break an illusion, and sometimes change the direction of a life. Number 10. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This book is for the person whose mind has become a trap. If you feel lost because you are always replaying the past or fearing the future, this book goes straight to the root of that pain. Its message is simple. Much of our suffering comes from living everywhere except the present moment. For many readers, this book feels like the first deep breath after years of mental noise. Number 9. The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. This is not a novel. It is a book of poetic wisdom. It speaks about love, sorrow, freedom, work, joy, and loss with a timeless calm. When life feels broken into pieces, the Prophet can make it feel meaningful again. It does not argue with you. It speaks like an old truth you had forgotten. Number 8. The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. This book begins with a famous line, "Life is difficult, and that is exactly why it matters." It offers no cheap comfort. Instead, it tells you that growth requires discipline, honesty, responsibility, and the courage to face reality. If you feel lost because your life has become confused, avoidant, or emotionally stuck, this book can feel like a firm hand on your shoulder. Number 7. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Few books have reached so many people in moments of uncertainty. It is simple, symbolic, and deeply readable. At its heart is the idea that every person has a calling, and that life changes when you finally listen to your own soul. Some readers find it too gentle, but for many others, especially those standing at the edge of change, this book arrives at exactly the right time. Number 6. Steppenwolf by Hermann Hesse. This is a darker book, a lonelier book, a more dangerous book. It is for those who feel divided within themselves, calm on the outside, chaotic on the inside, cut off from society, from joy, and sometimes even from their own identity. Hesse offers no easy healing here. What he offers is recognition, and sometimes recognition is the first step out of despair. Number 5. Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This is one of the fiercest and most psychologically brutal books ever written. Its narrator is bitter, proud, self-destructive, wounded, and painfully self-aware. He is not admirable, but he is real. If feeling lost has made you cynical, isolated, or trapped in overthinking, this book can be unsettling in the best way. It does not flatter the reader. It exposes the chaos inside consciousness itself. Number 4. Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. This may be the most serene book on the list. It is about a spiritual journey. But what makes it powerful is this. Siddhartha does not find truth by blindly accepting what others teach him. He has to live. He has to fail. He has to desire. He has to suffer. And only then does he begin to understand what wisdom really is. This is a beautiful book for anyone who feels that the life they have been given is not yet the life they truly understand. Number 3. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. This book was never written to impress anyone. It is the private journal of a Roman emperor reminding himself how to endure difficulty, stay humble, master himself, and accept what cannot be changed. That is what gives it such force. It is not polished inspiration. It is discipline in written form. When life feels unstable, meditations can return you to inner structure. Number 2. The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. This is one of the most devastating short books ever written. Ivan Ilyich has done everything correctly. He has lived respectably, professionally, and successfully. But when death approaches, he begins to realize that his life may have been false. That is the terror of this book. It asks a question few people want to face. What if the life you built was never truly yours? If you feel lost in status, routine, or the expectations of others, this book can shake you awake. Number 1. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. If there is one book on this list that every lost person should read, It is this one. Frankl writes out of unimaginable suffering, but what emerges is not despair. It is a fierce vision of human purpose. His message is unforgettable. Even when everything is taken from us, we still have the freedom to choose our attitude, our meaning, and our response. This book does not merely comfort, it strengthens. It reminds you that meaning is not something handed to you by circumstances. It is something you create even in darkness. If even one of these books has stayed with you, tell me which one in the comments. And subscribe for more videos on the books that do not just entertain us. They help us survive.